But thirst is like a consuming fire. And here is the God of the gospel, a poor, pathetic, broken, lacerated, bleeding, dying man. Yes, man, who pleads pitifully for a little water to moisten his swollen lips and parched tongue and throat. I thirst. What we see here is the full humanity of Christ and the awful intensity of his sufferings on our behalf. I thirst, cries the Creator, after those 3 awful hours of darkness, after those 3 awful hours when God had forsaken him. Remember the prayer in the garden, those prayers, those agonizing prayers in the Garden of Gethsemane, when he prayed that if it is the Father's will, that the cup might pass from him? The only response he got then was deafening silence. Remember Elder John's message last night? He spoke on Jesus' words, Eloi, Eloi, lama sabachthani. What does that mean? My God, why have you forsaken me? Sure, he is crying out for water when he says, I thirst. But he was also crying out for his Father, from whom he had heard nothing but that same deafening silence all along. And even when he sends out that cry that we spoke about last night, he gets no answer. Remember that plan? It's all part of that plan. That desperate, dangerous plan that they had formulated way back when, before the foundations of the earth. Psalm 42, 1 and 2, we sing that, right? As the deer pants for streams of water, so my soul pants for you, O God. My soul thirsts for God, for the living God. When can I go and meet with God? I thirst, whether we like to admit it or not. This is the cry of every man, woman, and child. Deep down, what we need, no, who we need is God. Our deepest and greatest need is for fellowship with God. Thus, we were created in the beginning. So when Christ feels that total abandonment by his Father, he suffers the pangs and torments of hell. What is hell? You think it's a big lake of fire that's burning and burning and burning with brimstone and whatnot? Hell is nothing but the complete absence of God and all that is good. Hell is a total separation from God. That is hell. I thirst. Let me take you back a little bit before the week of the Passion. And it's Jesus again. Picture him. He's on this hot, dusty road, and he's again thirsty. But in his divinity, he knows there is somebody who needs him. And so he makes a diversion. And he stops by this well to speak to this strange woman. And he asks her for a drink of water. We all know their historic conversation. It's in the Bible. We have read it and studied it many times. While asking her for water, he tells her that the water that he could give her would be everlasting water, and she would never thirst again if she availed of it. What was he speaking of? Who was he speaking of? The living water himself. He was letting her know that he was the living water, the Messiah, that she probably heard about. Are you thirsty tonight? Those of you watching online tonight, do you feel that longing within your souls for your thirst to be quenched? I have news for you. Good news. There's plenty of room at the foot of that old rugged cross. You remember Pastor Samuel Massey's message the first night? He spoke about these rings of people around the cross. Different strata of people with different frames of mind. But there was a lot of room still at the foot of that cross that day. And there's still plenty of room at the foot of that old rugged cross. Come to the cross, to the Christ who hung on that cross, who gave up his life for each one of us sinful beings, for me, for you, for those of you who are watching, for everyone on the street on this planet. No one will be turned away. Good news. His nail-scarred hands are always and still outstretched to welcome you into his Father's presence. All you have to do is be thirsty. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst. You shall be satisfied. I stood beside the rushing stream, so turbulent and strong. My heart was heavy, laden down, and I had lost my song. I had wandered through the meadows, unaware of the beauty there. I was consumed with sadness, and I cried out in despair. The waters there beside me once were tranquil and so clear, but now they roiled from recent storms. I found no solace there. I lay beside the water's edge and prayed for inner peace. These burdens were too heavy, and I sought for sweet release. For years, my own reflection I would see in this cool place. But now the murky waters hid the features of my own face. And then I heard the voice of Jesus speaking soft and low. My child, I have a gift for you, and very soon you'll know. The waters in the stream slowed down to just a steady pace. I looked into the quiet stream and quickly saw my face, and right beside my visage, Jesus' face came into view. Not only my reflection there, but his reflection too. I learned we must have quiet hearts to see his presence there. If we're consumed with storms, inner storms, we don't spend enough time in prayer. Let go of all the turbulence and set your spirit free. For once the waters calm again, his reflection you will see. Be thirsty, you will be satisfied.